plans align. In red and white they always shine. With every pass it feels divine. Arsenal's on my mind.
All right. Welcome back to the Arsenal on My Mind podcast. As always, we have Mr. Sekijay in the house and Mr. Spike. What's going on? What's going on?
Well, everything is going on. I mean, Arsenal destroyed Leeds. Man City dropped points after came from leading 2-0 to drop points. Solanke, an Arsenal fan, even trying to mimic the Giroud scorpion kick. Aston Villa showing that they are not ready. They're not the real deal. So everything is going on. And Manchester United are still riding their whatever new manager bounce or whatever it is they are riding. I don't know what they are riding, but whatever they are riding is riding them very well. So that's what's going on.
All I have to say is a week is a long time in football.
It's a long time. It's a long time. Easy. I mean, I texted you earlier today after the game. I said so much for the meltdown last week. And I think that's a testament that's when you are in a title challenge, or not a race to the title, don't get too high when you're doing well. Don't get too low when you're not doing well. Just stay focused, stay the course.
Consistent.
As Arteta said, hop on the boat and enjoy the moment.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, I know, Leeds is not like top, but I mean, they've had a good season. I mean, they're still towards the bottom, but they beat Chelsea, I believe, drew with Liverpool, drew with Man City, I think.
Leeds they've not lost any game in Elland Road this season, if I remember. You see, so and they've not lost. I think they've not lost since November. So they're not a pushover.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, and at home, I mean, Elland Road is a fortress. It was raining, it was wet, it was nasty. They were physical. But Arsenal just showed their credentials.
Yeah, you're right. They've done quite a good run. I mean, they narrowly lost to Man City back in end of November. Then they beat Chelsea 3-1, 3-3 with Liverpool, 1-1 with Brentford, whooped Crystal Palace, drew with Sunderland, drew with Liverpool again, drew with United, lost 4-3 to Newcastle, then beat Derby, beat Fulham, then drew with Everton, before they came up against the mighty Arsenal.
Yeah. So it was by no means a pushover team. It was a tough team, but we made them look like light work.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all the talks of, I mean, I get it. The Man U beating us was not expected, which is why people flew off the hinges and everybody was freaking out and everybody was trying to bring up, but it's like, that's where we are now, that when we lose to Man U, people go, how, like, oh my God, the wheels have fallen off the boat. But I have to say one thing, about the game, before we kind of get deeper into it. I will say this, right? Yes, I agree with a lot of pundits that Arsenal should win this league, right? I mean, I think it's just, we should win it, right? Not, yes, you can say Man City is inconsistent, of course, and there's no other clear challenger besides, maybe Chelsea, but but I just think that what Mikel is put together so far, what he's trying to do, or what he's been trying to do, is just really go week by week, right? Or game by game, right?
Absolutely. It's game by game.
What I understand, for the first time, I think, in a long time, under Mikel's guidance, if you will, I've noticed that he's making those, I won't call them cutthroat, but he's making those tough decisions much faster than in past seasons. I mean, would you ever think that he would ever bench Odegaard?
Well, I wouldn't expect him to bench Odegaard, but I would have demanded it.
But that's my point. Like, you can do that last season or the season before. I don't care how bad Odegaard was playing. He's still playing. I don't care how bad, Jesus or Havertz or whoever was playing, right? He just kept turning along and hoping they would play their way out of it, right?
Well, you
But
have to
this
also remember
season,
that he didn't have a lot of options on those seasons.
no, of course it's part of it, but like this
Mhm.
season, yes, he has an option. It's also making the decision. I mean, Eze didn't play well to the bench. Odegaard didn't play well to the bench. The only person who is kind of given a longer leash, I think, has been Gyökeres. But even at that, has been benching him and subbing him
Oh
off
yeah,
almost every game.
oh
You
yeah,
know? Yeah.
and
And
and and Gyökeres brings something else. Even though he doesn't score, he wasn't scoring goals.
mhm,
His work rates, his work ethic, his strengths, his always willing to run. He created space for the rest.
mhm.
You see, so that was also important.
No,
You
of
know.
course.
hmm
Yeah. I'm just saying that, Mikel is because of his depth, of our depth this season, he is making those decisions a lot more freely, right? Hey, you're not playing well, Odegaard, on the bench. Hey, Eze, you're not playing well on the bench. Oh, Gyökeres, a few bad games. Jesus, get in there, you know? Oh,
It was
Martinelli, you're not playing well.
it
Trossard
was
has
a
your job now, you know?
it was a bold decision. It was a decision we've been calling for the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We've been calling him to be more adventurous. We've been calling on him to be more, cutthroat, more
Mm-hmm.
ruthless. We've been calling for him to be more bold in his decision, and he did it, and it
Right.
worked. You
Mm-hmm.
see, and not you see, Harvest coming into that position, that number 10 position in that game, it did a few things to the team, not just because of Arvid's creativity. No, he's not more creative than Odegaard. No,
Right. Mm-hmm.
but he's physical. He's a physical player.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to play a physical team, and also he can also be a second target man. You
Right.
see those route one balls. You see, like in the games against Leeds yesterday, he won a lot of headers. You see, because they're not just if Gyökeres is crowded, well, guess what? Harvest is there. You see,
Yep.
and Harvest being there was a second presence. It was almost like we had two strikers. You
Exactly.
see,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and that also created space for Gyökeres.
Right.
You see, so Gyökeres had a lot more space to work because Havertz was also attracting attention.
Absolutely.
So it did a few things to the team, and it was a very good decision.
It was absolutely, absolutely. So I mean, the game was, a spectacle in a sense. It's a. I think when we were texting, I told you it's a get right game. The tonic, a good like get back to it tonic. When you win like that, and it
hmm
wasn't an easy game, so I wouldn't call it an easy game, but it was just a game where we were just better. The
Correct.
team wanted to respond, they wanted to score goals. Havertz playing, like I said, I think Havertz's highest or best attribute is his movement, right? He
He's a
just,
very intelligent player.
yes, he just moves. He's always in the right spot or in the spot that's most likely to be impactful. And so he played really well, obviously. I mean, we got to all, I mean, you can't talk about this game without calling out how well Madueke played. I mean,
Absolutely.
and
That's
this is
my
the
man of the
thing.
match.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing about Madueke is, I mean, and signing him, of course, unfortunately, we lost Saka before the start of the game. Hopefully, it's a minor injury, right? But that is exactly why we have him available, right?
Yeah.
And I've never seen a winger be so effective only on one side of the pitch, besides like Robert. Like he doesn't play as well, nearly as well on the left.
No,
But on
he's not
that right,
comfortable.
he's so happy, he's so determined, so direct,
He
you
loves it.
know. Obviously, haven't seen him playing that 90 minutes before. I don't think he ever plays 90 minutes, no matter what.
hmm
So, he didn't play the whole game, but I think he does tire towards the end of the game. But once he gets going, like I think earlier in the season you called it out that he is a confidence player. Like he just
hmm
needs his first few dribbles to work in the beginning of the game, and he'll keep doing it.
Yes, he will
You
keep
know.
doing it.
But he played really well, looked really confident. Um, like I said, I mean, this will be a testament, I think, of what I just said earlier about Mikel, right?
hmm
At this point, he's in better form than Saka. Let's be real.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
So maybe even if Saka is not injured, or maybe he's on a long-term injury, maybe he does something to start ahead of Saka sometimes.
Yeah, I think that Saka's knock or
Mhm.
whatever it was a blessing in disguise.
Right.
You see, because there's also that syndrome that when your best player is not playing, is not available, the rest of the team steps up and they play even better.
Right. Right.
That's what happened. You see, so Saka got the knock. I mean, big ups to Madueke. He was told 20 minutes before the game started that he was going to be playing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and with all the criticism and everything that he did in the Manchester United game when he came on and all the noise,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that speaks loudly about the mindset and the mental strength or fortitude of the player.
Yep.
You know, he came in, was feeling a big shoes, and he was the star of the game. You know,
Yep.
and he actually did some things that I think Saka should be doing when Saka gets back in, which is cross that ball on time.
Yep.
Put those crosses in on time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't because look at Martinelli comes in on the right on time, puts the cross in.
Yep.
Jesus gets the header, but the keeper saves it, right?
Look, also Gyökeres' goal was Martinelli's cross.
Gyökeres' goal
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
He crosses it. You know, you see, so we need to mix up the way we play.
Yes.
We cannot be one dimensional anymore.
Exactly.
We have to come in with different ways of attacking.
Yep.
And opening up defense.
Yeah, I agree. And another player who stepped up again, having had a rough couple of weeks was Zubimendi, right? For a little guy, he does get in the box quite a bit to hit the headers,
He's 5'10",
Mm-hmm.
but I think he has very good hang time.
Yes, he does.
Very good leap. His vertical he probably can dunk a 10-foot ring, because it seems like he has the vertical I used to have when we were much younger.
Yeah.
So
I think he scored what, 2 headers now for us, maybe 3.
Yeah.
So so I mean, again, I like his new role. I mean, despite the Man U game where he made a lot of mistakes there, I love his new arriving into the box ahead of Rice. Rice tends to peel backwards and receive the cutback, and he is getting into the box and he's showing, he's scoring goals. I mean, I didn't think for a second when we signed him that he'll score more than 2 goals a season. He already has 4.
Well, I'll tell you this. You called it at the beginning of the season and said Zubimendi might end up being the signing of the summer of the season. Because right now, guess what? He has 8 contributions. He has 5 goals.
4 goals. Well, 5. I think it's scored 1 in Champions League. Yeah.
He has 5 goals and 3 assists.
Yep.
You see, for his first season in the Premier League.
As a DM.
That's amazing. That's excellent.
Absolutely.
So and he's a very, you see, that also kind of debunks that narrative about him that he always passes to the back. I mean, because if you bring out the stats and go, oh well, you say he passes to the back, but he has 5 goals and 3 assists. I mean, he's an excellent signing. He's a very intelligent player.
Yes, he's definitely
very intelligent.
Yeah,
his touches around the box, his out attributes and outputs around the box is world class.
Yes, I agree for sure. So the game, again, really good game, get right game. Gyökeres had a good game as well. He, I think more and more. I mean, that's like he scored in 2 consecutive games.
Yeah, he has scored in two consecutive games now, and he has scored. I think he has scored 3 in 4 games.
3 and 4, right? Yeah. So he's you're right. He's hitting his form. Second half of the season. He's getting more confident. He's trying more things. I mean, that goal that he scored, even though it was I think if he didn't score that goal, it would have been a penalty. The defender had him hands all over him, holding him back. But his movement to try and get ahead of the ball was what was key to that cross. He was expecting the cross, right? And to your
Absolutely.
point about how Saka is, that cross ain't coming in with Saka.
No,
He's gonna
no.
cut back to his left foot, and
Absolutely,
maybe the different
absolutely.
cross.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we have to also credit Martinelli, because Martinelli, his passing is improving.
Hmm.
He's beginning to give good passes. His crosses are beginning to be very good.
Yep.
Um, I mean, he needs to start. He needs to start. He needs to start this week on Tuesday against Chelsea.
Well, okay, for sure. I'm okay with them in cup games. Not ready for them to start in Premier League games though.
Well, Trossard has dropped form.
He has for sure. That injury put him off a little bit for sure.
You
He
know,
played well in this game, but he's dropped a little bit of form. You're
and
right.
Martinelli has not done anything to deserve to be on the bench, at
That's
least
true.
within the past 5 games.
Fair enough. That's
You
fair.
know,
That's
you know.
fair for sure.
So we you don't want a situation where the player now starts getting grumpy.
Hmm.
We need everybody this business half of the season.
Hmm.
We need everybody firing, and it looks like our players are beginning to pick form at the right time.
Hmm.
The only player now that two of them that we are hoping they pick up form is arguably our two most important players, apart from Declan Rice and Gabriel, which would be Martin Odegaard and Saka.
Hmm.
Those two, we need them to pick up form, because we got trophies to win. We got trophies to win.
Got some trophies to win.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. And so injuries wise, we got the news earlier today. You broke the news
Marino.
to me, and I saw it online afterwards that Marino might be out for the season.
Hmm.
And I saw real quickly after that that Berta is looking for an emergency loan of some sort of a player.
Hmm.
I don't know
Hmm.
who they're considering, but that's a big blow.
That's a big blow.
Marino has really fit into the squad as a player that we rely on
That's
where
a
there is.
that's a huge blow,
It
because
is.
he's not just going to be missed in the midfield. He's going to be missed up front.
Up front. Luckily, I think we're fully stacked now up front, right? We're
Well, but his profile. I mean, we have a player that kind of fits that profile in Kai
in
Havertz.
Havertz, yeah. So I
You know,
think luckily, I think it's been kind of how this is what happens when you have good depth is that injuries happen, and it always seems like there's one in, one out every time, right? You
correct,
can never be fully, like if he's injured and Havertz is still injured, that feels worse than
correct.
Havertz being fit and
Well,
he's
this
injured.
this is an opportunity for Saucy
Norgard.
Skelly.
Oh, I was
Saucy.
at Norgard.
Oh, Norgard. Well, we still have Norgard, but Norgard is actually a backup to Rice, right? And
Yes.
yeah,
Hmm.
but we have Skelly.
Yes.
Skelly can do. He can play that profile. He fits
Scotty
that profile.
is a midfielder by trade in a sense,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, I would say I saw that the deal. Who was it? Wolves or so? Someone was trying to get Gitruda, but it felt.
Liverpool. Liverpool.
Liverpool was trying to get
Mhm.
Gitruda. It didn't go through. Well, we can go get him
He's,
on loan.
he's a defender. We're a defender.
Well, he can play midfield.
Well, yeah, I don't want can play. I want a midfielder that plays defense, if
So
anything.
so who do you have in mind?
So the rumor I saw before this injury kind of lingered and it kind of disappeared earlier in the window was to get the former Wolves midfielder
Oh, Neves.
Neves
Oh, he's a good
on
midfielder.
loan from the
Al
um,
Hilal.
yeah, exactly. I
Hmm.
think this is the perfect time to revisit that. If you get
Yeah,
him in, he solves two problems for us.
true problems.
He's a
I
true Rice
agree.
backup,
I,
and
I
he's a
agree.
midfielder that can play especially
And he's
Premier
still
League
young. I
already.
think he's how old is Neves now? He's probably like
Maybe,
29.
maybe, maybe, maybe at that. So
He's probably like
uh
29.
yeah, so I think he would be shrewd, shrewd if we can get him in.
But so now let me ask you this question: do you
Mhm.
think if we don't get a cover for Merino, because we have barely 24 hours? I mean, we are
Mhm.
out here in the States, so it's probably like 11 hours before the close of the transfer window.
Right.
Do you think we'll be all right if we don't get him?
So yes, I mean, of course, I think we have enough depth because if you look and say, okay, the things that Mourinho does for us is he can play instead of Rice, he can play instead of Zubimendi, He can also play instead of Odegaard, and he can
Mm-hmm.
play instead of
The
a
striker.
striker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they can say, okay, at striker position, we're good now because Havertz and Jesus are back, so he
Mm-hmm.
won't do that as much. In midfield, you can arguably say that Havertz gives Odegaard that backup now, and
Mm-hmm.
Eze is still there, so now
Mm-hmm.
10. In midfield, like DM and box to box like Rice and Zubimendi, we have a player who's barely played in Norgard, so he
Okay.
should step up, right? So as far as the numbers wise, I think we find my numbers. The only question here is, just having the quality drop off, right? And I'm not saying that Norgard is bad quality. He looked really good in the last in that Champions League game, but we're playing a pretty weak team ultimately. But so yes, I'm sure we'll be fine. If we can't find a deal, I wouldn't force it, right?
Okay.
And to answer your question earlier, Ruben Neves is 28, but he'll be 23 next month, 29 next month. So
Oh, it's perfect.
yeah, so he's
Get
the
him.
right kind of player, I think.
He has a lot of
And
experience.
yep,
He has Premier League experience. Actually, we were all shocked that he was going to Saudi
perfect.
Arabia.
Saudi, yeah.
Because we were all tipping him to go into one of the big Premier League clubs.
Yes.
So yeah, if we can get him within the next 10, 11 hours, that would be crazy.
I mean, I think that would be I mean, that would really just.
Or we can go call Fabio Vieira back.
Well, we don't need him in that. We don't need a 10. We need like a midfield, like a proper
Yeah.
midfielder.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
someone can play across.
I think if we look at the entire squad now, I think it's the midfield that we're a bit light now with Marino's injury.
Yep.
He's going to be having surgery on his foot.
Mm-hmm.
He's a foot. I think he has a broken bone
I think
on
that's
his
what I heard.
foot.
Yeah.
Maybe that explains why he keeps falling. He keeps tripping. So maybe
And
they'll
these
fix
new
that.
boots,
Yeah.
new boot sponsor coming up for him.
Well, now he's about to get new foot, new bones. So maybe, but we hope everything goes well with him, and we wish him a speedy recovery
Absolutely.
because
All
we're
right.
going to be having a party, trophies.
All right. So, let's run through our ratings real quickly for that game. I'll go
Yeah.
first. The entire back line, including Raya, I give them all sevens, right? Probably could have given an eight here and there, but I think they were just all pretty solid.
Mhm.
Leeds didn't really have a chance that I can think of. One header from a corner or something. And there was some parts of that game where Leeds was pressing us, but
The first 15, 20 minutes.
the second half, yeah. So we held off, and they had a lot of the ball during that time. But all sevens for them. I will say one quick thing. I love Hincapié as a defender, but I'll keep saying it, right? One of the reasons why I've been struggling with scoring goals is because of Calafiori's injury. I'm not saying he's given any assists, but his inverted, fullback sense of play is a big part to unlocking Rice and and the midfielders for sure.
One is an intelligent defender.
Yeah. So
He's an intelligent player. He's a baller.
he's a baller. Love that guy. Okay, so also for the back line, Zubimendi, I give him an 8 for getting a goal, really good goal, and playing well, generally speaking. Rice had a quiet game, Rice, so but he still played well, 7. Havertz, I thought he played really well.
Absolutely.
7 as well for him. Madueke, I gave an 8. He's my man of the match. I gave Gyökeres an 8 as well. I thought he also had a really, really solid game. I gave Trossard a 7. Quiet, but effective for the most part. And on the bench, Jesus came on, got a really good goal. 7 for
Really
him.
good goal.
Odegaard came on, gave the pre-assist to Martinelli for the goal. So again, 7 for him. Calafiori came on, gave him a 6. He didn't play long, but he played well, gave him a 6.
Odegaard also gave Jesus the assist for the goal.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay. So maybe his rating deserves to be higher, but either way, I'm sticking to my 7. Calafiori got a 6. Martinelli got a 7 for getting an assist. And Eze didn't play long enough to get a rating. I gave Mikel a 7 for this game. Could have been higher, but he obviously the team was set up properly. Having the depth that he had, he was able to get Saka's injury not be a major issue, and for the most part, his subs came on at the right time of the game.
Okay.
So for him. What are your ratings?
Well, mine, same thing. Backline, everybody 7.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody but Timber. I'll give Timber an 8 It looked like the old Timber again.
You love you some Timber, man.
Yes, he's always rooted. 8 for Timber, Ryan 7, the rest 7.
Mhm.
Zubimendi 8.
Mhm.
I mean, everything you just said, spot on. Great goal. He was a workman in the
Mhm.
game. You know, he was everywhere. Rice 7. He was quiet, but he did his job.
Mhm.
Um, Havertz, I'll give him an 8.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because he was the catalyst that basically changed the dynamics of the team. You know, we're coming from losing to Man U, the dagger loss,
Mhm.
and not winning a game in the past 3 Premier League games. You
Right.
know, so yeah, so 8 for Havertz.
Mhm.
Madueke 8, man of the match. That's my man. He had a great game.
Mhm.
I mean, as I said, very tough mentality. You know, after all the backlash and everything,
Right.
and being told that you're playing 20 minutes before the game, and he goes in there and puts a performance like that.
Yep.
Who else? On the left, Trossard, he was quiet, 7. We won the game. You know, so you can't begrudge him. Up front, Gyökeres was spot on. I mean, he's beginning to look really good. You know,
Mhm.
so I give Gyökeres an 8. You
Okay.
know, he's a new team. He's settling in and he's looking good. He's scored now back-to-back games.
Right.
On the bench, Jesus came on, scored a lovely goal. Lovely
Mhm.
goal. Great finish.
Yep.
Jesus, if he continues like that, he might change our mind from selling him, in the summer. So yeah, Jesus 7 for Jesus. Who else? Odegaard,
Martinelli, Odegaard.
Odegaard 7. No, actually, Jesus 8.
Jesus, eighth. Okay.
Odegaard 7. Martinelli 7.
Mhm.
Had an assist. They both had assists. Um, Eze didn't play much long enough. I'll give him a 6. Arteta, I'm giving Arteta a 9. Because he
Okay.
made those tough decisions. He dropped his captain.
Mhm.
He listened to our cries. And he was bold. He made the substitutions at the right time. His team selection was spot on. Made the tough decision to play Havertz. So a 9 for him.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. And you missed Calafiori, but I assume he's a 6 or so.
Yeah, Kalaboom boom 6 for him.
Okay. All right. Yes. So next game is the second leg of the Carabao Cup against Chelsea on Tuesday. First leg we won 3-2. What's your prediction for this game?
1-1. Game over and we win.
All right.
Yeah, 1-1.
1-1 it is. Is that game in Emirates?
Yeah, we beat
Okay.
them in their home.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
because we don't need to expend a lot of energy in this game.
I
We've
agree.
we've already done the business
Hmm.
in Stamford Bridge. So is the onus now, the impetus now is on Chelsea to come and try and beat us and break us down.
I will say
Actually,
something.
I would love to see a low block. I'd love to see us play low block against Chelsea and just frustrate them.
I would love to see that too. I've noticed something about the new coach, Liam Rossini, or whatever his name is,
Yeah,
however
we're
you
senior.
pronounce it, right?
Yeah, he used to
I've
play for
watched a few of
Fulham.
their games, and the one thing I know he does well, kind of like his new manager bounce and Carrick's new manager bounce, a little bit different. Carrick could just set them free at Man U, right? Like
Mhm.
just do it. He is a really good sub maker, like substitutions. Against us, his subs almost pushed our game, made it 3-2. Over the weekend, they were down 2-0 to West Ham, made some
Mhm.
subs. All three subs scored or for them to win 3-2. So I
Mhm.
would say, Mikel, if you're watching this episode, like I know you are, Mikel, when he makes subs on Tuesday, you make subs too and throw him off.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
And they like to play very open game. So
Hmm.
it's going to be an interesting one.
Yes.
Actually, if they come and attack us, I want to see Martinelli in that game.
Yes. So they can
Because
hit him on
it,
the
it might
counter.
just be very bad for Chelsea, because if they come attacking us, we might just hit them with a counter and beat them 2-0.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm still sticking to my 1-1.
Yeah. All right. I'm going for a 2-1 victory for us. I think Chelsea will try and attack us, and we will kind of, hit them on the break and get the goals. 2-1 is my prediction. After that, we're at Sunderland on Saturday. We owe them for the last time.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
And we're home as well for that game as well. So looking forward to that one as well. But that being said, good week for Arsenal. Man City dropped points. Villa dropped points. Well, all is well in the world of Arsenal fans yet again.
Yeah, we're 6 points clear. Man City 7 points clear. Aston Villa. All the doom and gloom is all the cloud has faded. Now is sunshine.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, guys, that will be all from us this week. We'll catch you guys after the Premier League game at the weekend. Or if the Chelsea game is really exciting, we'll do a quick cup pod. But either way, thank you guys for always supporting us, for subscribing. Our new subscribers, thank you very much. Our live episode last week was amazing. Great fans called in, got some comments. We'll do it again. We don't know when. We'll do it again for sure. And we're looking forward to more growth. Like, subscribe, share. And until next time,
keep Arsenal on your mind.
All right. Later.
Under floodlights till the fans align. In red and white they always shine. With every pass it feels divine. Arsenal's on my mind. From hybrid days to Emirates grand, each match a symphony perfectly planned. With every goal we take our stand. Arsenal's on my mind. Oh Arsenal, you never fail. Through rain and sun our steadfast sail.